Welcome to the Visualize Meditations podcast, hosted by your friend Sasha Patil, a Chopra certified meditation teacher. The first step to creating the life of your dreams is to create a clear and compelling vision for what you want for the future. I'll be guiding you on visualization meditation so you can get clear on your deepest desires. Let's get started so you can turn your vision into a reality. Hello. Welcome back to another episode of the Visualize Meditations podcast. It's your gal pal Sasha. To paint the scene for you, I'm on my lunch break. I went into the office today. I'm in the office today and I'm on my lunch break, and oh my God, the French team actually takes a lunch break. It's so funny, like the differences in work culture between the United States and France. Like, I know there are stereotypes around how much Americans work, but they're true. The stereotypes are so accurate. I've so far been in the office like 3 days, and every day I've been in the office, I've been the first person to get there and the last person to leave. And it's so strange taking an actual work break without my computer and without like work or whatever. Like, typically I just work through lunch, and like in the US and like the New York office, like no one takes a real lunch break. So it's really interesting to see the cultural differences. But I'm currently on my lunch break. I was going to record a episode with one of my housemates, but she wasn't up for it this week, which is totally fine. So now I'm recording and I have no notes. I have no idea what I'm going to talk about. So we're going to shoot the shit. We're going to see what's happening. And hopefully starting next week, I'll get some housemates on and we'll start having some fun with the people who I live with, okay, so it's been about a week since we've talked last. And something I really touched on last week was how much I wanted to be practicing my French. And honestly, since last week, I've been feeling way better about how much I've been speaking French. I've been practicing every day, switched to listening to French music. Haven't listened to any French podcasts yet, but I will soon. And yeah, I've been practicing every day. And honestly, when I'm in my house, a group of my housemates, or I'm at work, it's really, every day I'm understanding more and more of what's happening. And it's pretty cool. So I'm loving it. Honestly, I'm loving my life here. I feel so stress-free. Yeah, there's stuff on my to-do list. There's always stuff on my to-do list, but I don't feel as stressed out about making it all happen right now. I a little stressed that there's still stuff I have to do, but not to the same level as the other places where I felt overwhelmed by the amount that I had to do. Here, I don't really feel that. Here, it's definitely the work to live, not live to work. And that difference in culture is, I really can feel it. I can feel it, and it's something I'm really enjoying quite a lot. Finishing work and going for a super long walk and then just hanging out with my housemate. The one thing I will say that's suffering is my freaking sleep, because I'm living in a community living house, and every night, everyone gets home from work or everyone's done working in the evening. So at night, people are just hanging out in our garden, hanging out, chatting, talking. And I keep being oh yeah, I'm going to go to bed early, and then I want to hang out with everybody. So I keep hanging out with everybody. And I know I said I was taking a break from guys, but there's a housemate that I made out with the other day. I don't think anyone from my house listens to this podcast because we agreed not to talk about it with people. And here's the thing, we hung out a couple nights ago, and we hung out last weekend, and we just had so much fun together. I was going on a walk by myself on Friday, and I was he happened to be hanging out, and I was hey, I'm going on an adventure, on a walk. Do you want to come? He's yeah, and we hung out all day Friday, all night Friday, and we just had the best time ever. So much fun. And then we didn't hang out again one-on-one until a couple days ago. In the last 2 weeks, we had just bumped into each other at the same time, and he's hey, I'm going for drinks after work with my colleagues if you want to come. He said he messaged me after. He said he'd message me, he texted me, he asked me to come for drinks with him and his coworkers. I did. We were the last ones there with his boss, which was so interesting because I was the only girl there and the only person who did not work for the company. And I'm sitting here, is this weird? I don't know. We ended up just hanging out with his boss until late, drinking. And then we just walked home and got food, and we got back, we smoked and just chilled out. And I don't know, there's tension, we're being touchy-feely. And at some point I'm just I know you want to kiss me. I know you want to kiss me. And then we made out, and it was, oh my God, amazing. I can't stop thinking about it. I have not been able to stop thinking about it since then. It's been 2 days. But it's we've agreed not to talk to people about it. Because it's like we live in the same house and it's strange, but we agreed to tell 3 people. But I got caught in a lie yesterday because I was hanging out with the housemates, and the housemate I, like, said, "Oh, I'm a little hungover," and the housemate was like, "Oh, what'd you do?" And I was like, "Oh, I went for an after work." He said, "Oh, with who?" I'm like, "The colleagues." He's like, "Your colleagues?" So, no. So I didn't tell the truth, but I cannot lie. I can't lie. And he's like, "Oh, and then what?" And I was like, "Oh, I just came home and smoked." He's like, "Did you smoke alone?" I was like, "No." He's, "Who'd you smoke with?" I was I just couldn't say it. I couldn't say. So people know. I don't know. It's like, I don't know how fast news spreads. And also the walls are very thin. So if I'm talking about it with a friend or whatever, like, it's very possible that people will know. And I think everyone's chill. Like, no one gives a fuck. This is the house, and I'm sure people have hooked up in the house before. It's just like, I'm trying my best not to act weird in the group setting with him. And I think I'm acting normally, and I think he is too. But then it's also like that balance between hanging out in the group setting and then being like, but also, can we hang out the 2 of us so I could just make out with your face? So I invited him to come hang out with me. I have a day off next week, or I have a day off next week for, like, an American holiday. So I invited him to come, like, to the Champagne region and hang out. So we'll see. We'll see if that happens or not or whatever. But honestly, it's just really fun. And like, I like spending time with him and love fucking kissing him. See, I didn't plan on recording a solo because I wasn't planning on talking about this because I was being like, oh, I need to take a break from talking about boys on the pod, whatever. And then I didn't record with a friend this week. So now here I am having to record by myself. And I don't know, I didn't know what to talk about. And this is like what's occupied last handful of days has been like my interactions with this guy. And he's really cool. He's really cool. I like hanging out with him. But regardless, I'm really just enjoying my time. It's funny because I'm here in Paris and I'm here for the whole summer. I still have 2 months left. 2 months left, and I'm like, "Oh my god, there's not enough time. There's not enough time to go to the places where I wanna go or see the things I wanna see or do whatever," and I'm like, "It's okay. Europe is gonna be here." Like, just enjoy yourself, take it slow, be present. Like, you don't have to fit all the things in right now. Like, you can put stuff on the back burner, you can pause things. Like, it doesn't all have to happen right now, and I think it's a lesson I'm learning through being exposed to this culture is it doesn't all have to happen right now. Like, I can just enjoy my life. I can just enjoy it because I want to. I can work to live, not live to work. Like, I can record the podcast and edit it and it can go up and it can be fine. Like, it doesn't have to be stressful or overwhelming. And you could just be present and you don't have to rush through anything. Like, why rush through life? And I think that's something that I've been really challenged with up until this point is like when I'm in the moment, and maybe it's a futuristic in me, but when I'm in the moment, I'm typically worried about what the next thing is. I'm typically like, oh, what's next? What do I have to do next? Where do I have to go next? I'm typically worried about that. But here, I don't feel that way. And it's something I want to embrace more is like just being present in the moment and not being fucking worried about what I have to do next, what's on my to-do list next, where I'm going next, what I'm doing next. Like, I don't want to worry about that anymore. I want to just see like, what do I feel like doing right now? Where do I feel like going right now? Just be stress-free, worry-free. Let's look at my list and see what I can remove for the summer. Like, why? Like, why do I have to do a million things? What can I do to keep my life going, keep momentum going, but then also just like, enjoy this like Parisian summer I'm living. So I think finding that balance is going to be something really interesting. And it's something I want to definitely take forward with me after I leave is how can I embrace this presence in my own life? So that's something I'm really enjoying. I'm liking going to the Paris office. I think it's funny. I'm loving like seeing the difference in work culture between like the French and the Americans. And I thought it was just stereotypes, but it's not. Like it's true. It's real. And what else? I'm loving my walk still. What I do over the weekend. So Friday, I hung out with that guy. Saturday, I went to, oh my God, I didn't even talk about this. Okay, so Friday, I talked about hanging out with my housemate, Mr. 66, Monsieur. I with him all day Friday. Saturday, I went to Roland Garros, which is the French Open. And honestly, it was such a dream come true. I went by myself and I saw like the wheelchair final. I saw like the juniors finals. And honestly, such a dream come true. Like I got there and I was almost tearing up with how happy I was because I was like, to be able to go to every major open is such a huge dream for me. And I've now attended 3 out of 4 of the Grand Slams. I'm going to Wimbledon in a couple of weeks, or 3 weeks with my best friend. So I'm really excited about that. And I really enjoyed my time at Roland Garros. I just sat, enjoyed tennis, ate some food, hung out, watched. It was amazing. And after that, I got back to the apartment and I got back to the house and everyone was just chilling out. And we had a super chill night. We hung out in every room. Like I finished a book and then my housemates were like, hey, we're watching like the finals for some video game thing you want to watch. I was like, sure. So we went into the cinema room, watched some video game finals with them. And then after that, they're like, let's watch a movie. So we put on a French movie and watched that. And there were like 10 of us in the cinema room, just like in a cuddle, not in a cuddle puddle, but just like hanging out, watching this like French movie. And after that, we hung out in the garden. We hung out in the speakeasy. We just hung out. Like we just had a cool night at home. And that's the thing about this house, right? It's a freaking casino. Like you don't realize how much time you're spending in the house because there's so much to do and you truly never have to leave. And if you have to leave to get like food first of all, you don't really have to leave to get food because someone's always cooking something and we'll share. Or to get groceries or whatever, like really, you don't really have to leave for anything. So there are people who stay in this house and do not leave this house. And I'm like, like, guys, leave the house. Like you're in fucking Paris. Go enjoy the city at least once a day. There are a bunch of people who live in the house who like are not working and they're just like sitting there chilling out, hanging in the garden, smoking cigarettes and whatever. But yeah, Saturday night, it was just like, might have been like 10 of us and we just hung out until 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. We're just chilling out in the house, cinema room, speakeasy, whatever, just like enjoying our time together. I really love this community living thing. It really suits me quite well. I love that I can always have people time. The only challenge is when you want to hang out one-on-one with somebody and not be fucking weird about it. It's like, okay, cool. What do you do about that? Do you have a signal to be like, hey, let's, like a weird hand signal to be like, let's hang out solo so we can fucking make out? I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't matter. This is what happens when I record a podcast without notes. I'm just shooting the shit. Just talking to a friend, basically. So that was Saturday. Went to sleep at 3, woke up on Sunday with no alarm. And I was going to We Love Green, which is like a music festival in Paris with a couple of my housemates. And we started the pregame at 3 p.m. And we have this thing called a confession box in the house where every week there's a question. Then people write anonymous answers and put it in the box. And it was my turn to read the answers on Sunday. And there's a little bit of drama with that because someone wrote something that was like a little mean towards one of the housemates. And I also I was drinking, right? And I accidentally exposed my friend who peeked inside the box and I like accidentally exposed her, which whoopsies. But it's really cool. It's really fun. We have a question and every week, like people just write shit and we open it up and read it out loud every Sunday. So we did that Sunday during the pregame. I made everybody cocktails. And then my housemates and I went to We Love Green, the music festival, and we saw like Bicep, Polo and Pan. Like it was really fun. And then we just got home. We got home and chilled out. And after that, got up and continued next day, just went back to my regular work schedule. But yeah, my sleep is definitely suffering because it's like a casino. Like you keep thinking you're going to go to bed and then people are like, oh yeah, like 2 o'clock in the morning, someone wants to smoke or someone wants to hang out. Okay, cool. Like whatever. And then you're hanging out until 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning every night and then waking up. Well, the nice thing is I don't start work until 10 or 11 every day, so I can wake up late, but it's still like the lack of sleep is definitely wearing on me. I can definitely feel it. Like last night I slept 7 hours and I'm like, oof, it's not very good. It's fine. So that was this past weekend. This coming weekend, oh my God, so I'm living in the company that has these like co-living houses. They have houses all over the city. They have houses all over the world actually, but they have houses all over the city and they do like community events. And this month they're doing Olympics. So everyone in the houses who signed up gets put into teams and we got put into teams and we have Olympics on Saturday. Tonight after work, we're going for a training session. I love how competitive my housemates are because I'm so competitive. We're going for a training session to practice playing spike ball together and we're gonna train. And it's so funny because one of my housemates is like, no drinking Fridays. Everybody has to get good sleep on Friday so that we can win on Saturday. So we have the team Olympics on Saturday. And then Sunday, I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe I'll go to the catacombs. Maybe I'll just walk around. I don't know. Well, Sunday I have to record a podcast in the morning. But after that, I don't know what I'm going to do. Probably just hang out or whatever. But that's what my plans are for this coming weekend. And I have next Thursday off and going to go to the Champagne region and drink a lot of champagne. And yeah, in the meantime, honestly, I wish I had more to say. I wish I had more to say about what I'm doing in my life and how I'm feeling, but all you need to know is that I'm happy. and I'm grounded and I'm present and I'm working to live and not living to work. And I feel like the inner workaholic in me is being like healed this summer. And I'm just like happy. Like I love living in community. I'm loving the city. I love practicing my French and the challenge that it is. And I love that every day I'm getting better at my French. And I love like always being around people and like having friends and living my life. And I love making out with my housemate. And yeah, I'm just happy. I'm just happy. And it's funny because I was on the phone with my mom yesterday. I typically call my mom when I'm upset, so she knows if I'm calling her multiple times, she's okay, you're not okay. But I haven't been calling her very much. And she's like, well, I just figured you're happy and you're like doing well. That's why you're not calling as much. And I'm like, yeah, it's true. Like, I'm just happy. Like, I'm just happy. I'm just living my life. Like, there are no problems. Hakuna Matata. I'm just loving my life. So there's not much to say beyond that. I think for the next couple episodes, I'm going to have some housemates on to chat. So it's not going to be me just shooting the shit randomly anymore. But like I had to improvise for this because I couldn't record with my housemate this week. So, all right, y'all. I'm going. I got to get back to work. But my hour lunch break, first of all, I'm taking a freaking hour for lunch. That's insane. My hour lunch break is pretty much over. But I enjoyed hanging out with you guys, even though this was like improvised and even though this is not a throwaway episode, but it's an episode that I had no notes. I'm just like shooting the shit, talking to you guys like you're my friends. If you guys have any questions for me, or if you guys want to hear anything specific or like specific stories, like I have stories, right? Like normally I'd come on, or not normally, but maybe next time I'll come on here with a freaking story to tell. But if you guys have questions about the digital nomad journey or do comments or whatever, I'd love to respond to those on a podcast. So send them my way, send them on my social media. I'll get it going. That's all for this week, guys. I hope you enjoyed having lunch with me, and we'll see you guys next week on the Visualize Meditations podcast. Bye.
I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Visualize Meditations podcast. Please follow, subscribe, leave a review, all of the good things. If you want to connect more, you can find me on TikTok and Instagram at Living Your Vision. So what are you waiting for? Get out there, create the life of your dreams, and we will see you next week.